What's up, everybody? This is Peter again for Sports Hot Rumors and Debates. How are you guys today? Just made my NBA Memphis video, but I'm gonna get into football right now and talk about. You guys know I'm a diehard Arizona Cardinal fan, and we could talk about the draft. We could talk about a lot of things, but let's talk about the most obvious thing and what just happened. Right? Deandre Hopkins now is suspended for 6 games, and for PED and whatever he put in his body, an illegal substance. Now, listen, you see how Arizona plays without DeAndre Hopkins, right? It's a whole different thing. Can we still make the playoffs? Yes, right? I mean, you just gotta have a maybe 4-2, 3-3 record until he gets back. But still, like DeAndre is got to be better than that. He said he knows what he puts in his body. Do I believe him? I guess so. But I find it also very hard to believe. You don't know at this point. You've been in the league for so long. This is very serious. I know he was having some injuries, and I know it was tough for him. So there's a lot of things that suck about this. But I'm a how could you not be a DeAndre fan? And you just hopefully give him the benefit of the doubt, and it never happens again, right? Because DeAndre is too valuable, and when healthy, probably the best receiver in football, if not the top two for sure, right? The guy's incredible. The Arizona Cardinals drafted, and let's talk about the move they made first for Marquise Brown. It's something that I've been saying for years that Arizona needs another receiver, right? God knows how long I've been saying this, and I got fought about it, and I always joke about the CD Lamb thing that I wanted, but it just shows you that you need somebody else. You cannot win without having 2 or 3 guys who can catch the ball. And I'm talking about guys who can get open, route runners, and everything. You cannot just expect, Kirk, who I think was one of the most overrated players. You cannot expect that. Marquise Brown, with the healthy DeAndre Hopkins, and obviously on the field, you're putting Marquise as a number 2, and you know how much he can stretch the field. The thing that worries me about the Marquise thing is that I don't need any more, Kyler taking a million shots on 3rd and 2, right? Here's the thing. You made it. People are talking about the draft for McBride, and I understand it. I'm going to explain why. Sometimes it's not about just the position. People are just going to jump to, hey, you got Ertz and you got Max Williams, and Max Williams is coming off a serious injury, so who knows? But Ertz, you just signed him. The guy's an excellent ball player, but he's not going to be here that long. Maybe a few more years, 3 years, 4 years, if that. And you just got to make sure that you have somebody who can learn from him, and then also have somebody who can probably play with him, right? Ertz is not going to be. What happens if somebody gets injured? McBride is nasty. He fits perfect for the Arizona system. Now, I want you to think about this. If you have a 2 tight end set, and then you have Hopkins on the field, Marquise Brown on the field, Ertz on the field, and then McBride on the field. Now you're taking 4 really, really amazing guys who can catch the ball, and then Kyler has to be smart here, right? Kyler has to find these guys open for first downs when you need it. But when it's a close game, or when you're up and you could put your foot on the gas and throw deep to Marquise or Hopkins, you have wide open guys in the tight. This is the play. But I do not want to see deep balls all the time, because Arizona just has to get away from that. They may be the sexy team again that goes 6-0, but at the end of the day, when you're in the playoffs, when you play the Rams, when you play the Niners, when you play the Buccaneers, when you play tough teams, you got to be able to get the tough first down. You got to be able to you have to capitalize on turnovers. You got to know when. You got to be able to run the clock, right? Kyler's got to be able to get rid of the ball quickly, right? It's got to be that. It cannot be just we got sexy receivers, but when it comes down to it, we don't know how to get the 3rd and 2s. Because Arizona, that's their problem, right? It's just, can Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray take it to the next level? It's not about the talent, because it's there. It's just using Kyler's smarts. Because if Belichick was there or somebody, I bet you they would use Kyler different. There's got to be a smart play how to use Kyler. Roll him out, dump the ball, get 3 yards. That will work almost 8 out of 10 times, right? You got Kyler who can run for the first down, and you got all these guys who can catch. But you got to stop putting yourself in these 3rd and 3s all the time. And I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes it's 2nd and 6, and instead of us getting a nice little 7-8 yard play, we're going deep, and we're putting ourselves so many times in these 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s. And then we have an open play and we're going deep again. It's got to stop. There's going to be so many plays this year where Marquise Brown gets a deep touchdown. Kyler throws for 400 yards. It's going to look great. But I will say it again. At the end, we got to be able to run the ball with Connor. We got to be able to run it with Kyler, dump the ball for a first down, and that will get Arizona where they need to be. I don't care if they have the sexy options. Now, Deandre, hopefully Arizona stays with it. If Deebo Samuel, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Hopefully he does get out of the West eventually, because that's a huge loss for the 49ers. But the 49ers will always be there. Seattle obviously will be the team that takes a step back. They're just not going to go anywhere right now. And the Rams are, again, still built to win now. So you got to be able to deal with that, because you're playing these teams a few times a year, and got to know how to handle it. And I think Cliff Kingsbury, if he doesn't step up, I understand why they signed him. You can see it. You see the talent. But that next step needs to happen. Another failed playoffs and 1 and out will not get it. You need to start moving on. And if you move on to the next round and everything, and even if you lose and not go to the Super Bowl, at least you're moving on. You got to take that next step. Otherwise, you see what's happening with Kyler and all the shit and all the rumors, and it'll go quickly. If Arizona's not winning, the rumors will come out. Kyler's not happy. Is he getting sure? And, that will get to a young team. Kyler needs to be the leader on this team right now. He needs to step up, show it on the field, get excited. He needs to not start getting mad at his team if they mess up, or if he makes a bad play and starts giving that negative face. It needs to stop. Okay, he's young. It happens. Look at John Morant in basketball. He's young. He's a kid. That man is leading. Look at Anthony Edwards in basketball, right? These guys are young guys who are leading their team. Kyler Murray is a young guy. You have to be able to lead your team. You have to know when. Patrick Mahomes, look what happened. He was young. He was able to lead his team. This is what you do. You get sacked, you mess up, next play. You do an interception, next play. You can't hang your head, do stupid things. And then it's also on Cliff. You can't put your quarterback in a position to get frustrated and angry all the time, because now you're going to have a whole big thing. Arizona is built right now, right? You have Marquise Brown, who's perfect. Hopkins, he's not getting any younger. So these guys are built right now. Kyler's young. Connor's not, these guys, Ertz, they have a team that should go far. So they got to use it. Their defense is getting better. They got to be able to step up and do it. This is what I think. I definitely I like the Marquise Brown move. I'm very excited as a 1-2 punch. And then I love the McBride. Right? I love the draft of McBride. I understand it. So many times people are just always looking for a position player. But if you have the best player available, and I think McBride was a smart move. The other picks, however, I don't know. I know Cam Thomas was an awesome pick. I like that pick, but there's a few picks in there that I'm not going to get into. But I do think Arizona has a shot right now to go far into the playoffs. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you soon. Bye.